Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. This is Oston back again with another simple tutorial on web development. So in this simple tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how you can add some simple copying functionality on your web page. I guess you have seen this on various sites that you have come across, and in case you didn't know how it's done, it's what I'm going to be showing you in this tutorial. So as you can see, when the user lands on this web page and clicks this copy code, let's say you with a community that likes sharing code, they can copy this, they get some feedback, copied successfully, then he or she can go to his own text editor and paste it there. As you can see, this is the code that I got from the web page that I created here. So very simple. That's what I'm going to be showing you in this simple tutorial. Stick around if you want to see how it's done. So, and I'm going to save the exact page I copied from the other side, and I save it in my directory. You can name it anything you want. So I'm going to call mine copying.html. Save that. So this is what I got from the other simple web page that you saw with that copying functionality. What you need to be having, as you can see, the way I designed this interface, I used the framework called Materialize. So what you will have to do is go to the official website for Materialize. You write materializecss.com. Now we're on their webpage. What we're going to do is click this Get Started button. If you want to work offline, as always, you download it and get this CSS folder, JavaScript folder. But we are going to be working online, meaning I'll be using their online CDNs. So I'll copy the CSS file, bring it to my head section. I'm just going to zoom out. I guess that's a better font size. Then I also get, I guess we need CSS for this case, and JavaScript, sorry. We also need JavaScript for these toasts that you're seeing when the user clicks here and we get this. We need JavaScript file for Materialize. So I like placing my JavaScript right next before the closing tag. Put that there. And what I'm going to do is remove this. I'm going to make it H4. I'm just going to say easy tutorial, as you saw there. So now I just want to show you how I created this interface that you're seeing here. This interface, this is a simple card, and you can see it somehow put in a small size or box. It's a grid system, so we are just going to create a simple grid system here. I may not explain everything because that's not the reason why we are here. I'm going to say class of column M6 small to 11. I'm going to create now the card that you're seeing. Sorry, div with the class of card. Then we have the div with the class of card content. So this is where the code is going to sit. And lastly, we have the div with the class of card dash action. And this is where we are going to be placing our button, the one you saw, where the user will be clicking. And I'm just going to put copy code. Let's save this and preview it in the browser so you can go and access yours where you saved it. Mine is in cards, Materialize, then I think copying.html, and this is the simple card that I created. As you can see, it's looking funny right now. What I have to do is wrap everything in the div with the class of container so that they get some fixed with it. If you have ever worked with Bootstrap or Materialize, you know what that class does. So I'm going to carry all this code that I created and paste it inside here. Save and reload. As you can see now, we got some simple space here. Let me also include the H4. Now let's also style this button. And for the button, it's very simple. We just say class btn. So you can design this in HTML, pure HTML and CSS without using this framework that I've shown you. But in case you want to also deal with the same framework and get the same functionality that I'm going to be having, then feel free to use that framework. So right now we have the interface. What we are missing is the code that we have to put inside here. So for the code, I'm just going to copy it from somewhere. I know I don't like copying stuff, but I want to make this tutorial very simple. But I'm first going to show you a brief intro on how we can place code inside here. So right now, if you are to come here and just put these real tags that you see in the head section, and we say HTML and save, it won't appear anywhere. I guess now you get what I'm trying to say. We don't need to write these greater than symbols again in this project of ours, what we are creating. So we have to use what they call the HTML entities. We have signs that represent this less than symbol and greater than symbol. And to get that, we just do ampersand, then alt. So we do ampersand LT, so less than. That's the symbol for less than. If we are to save this and refresh, as you can see now, you're seeing the less than symbol. Now for the greater than symbol, what we need to put, we come here and we do ampersand, then GT greater than symbol. Save that and preview it in the browser. So I guess if you are to check here, if you are to go to a website like W3 Schools and see how they place this, I guess now you know the logic behind that. So that's how they place their codes to be displayed on the page. If I right click here and inspect this area where you're seeing this code, let me inspect and show you. I guess this is the container. We open it, do the spans. So you can see what they are trying to do here. They place all these in the greater than symbols. I guess they changed on their entities, but that's how it's done. I guess now you have some live example that you have known. So that's how we are going to be doing on our website. I'm not going to do every tag doing the same thing. What I'm going to do is come here on something that I created already and just copy and paste it here. So you forgive me for that. I don't always like pasting because I know there are beginners that be following, but for this tutorial I don't want it to make it very wrong. So as you can see, we are just using the same tags, HTML entities. So less than, greater than, less than, greater than. So you just follow the markup of the web page, and when you have to save this and preview it in the browser, this is what we are having. Very simple. So the next thing, I'm going to be showing you how we can add this functionality of copying on this button. So what you need to do, come to this div with the ID of content and give it an ID, and I'm going to call it content. So you can name it anything you want. You can call it copied content, copying content, or stuff like that. But I'm going to give mine an ID of content. So what you need to be having, it's a simple file. Come here and write clipboard.js.com. Press enter. So this is a simple plugin that will simplify your work of copying to a clipboard. So what you have to do is scroll down here. If you want to work offline, make sure you click this link where you're saying download zip. I'm just going to show it to you guys who may be working offline in case you want to get the file. So you'll be downloading a zip folder. So save it. It is small within some few seconds. Then if you're on Windows, you have to extract and enter inside this folder. You'll find this folder with master. Enter also inside, and the files you need there inside this folder called dist. So you either get the clipboard.js or the minified version. So the choice is yours in case you are to be working offline. But for this tutorial, I'm going to be working online. I'm going to right click on this. As you can see, they are showing you the content delivery network providers. Right click, open in a new browser, and they are going to show you the different links that you can put in your project and get that functionality of copying. So I'm going to take this CDN.js. It's the one I would like to use because it's fast in loading its content. Then what I'm going to do is paste it below here. So right now we can deal with the functionality of copying on our web page. So we are going to create a simple script tag here. And what we need to do is put some attribute here that will act as an event when the user clicks it. So what you're going to do is space and say data dash clipboard dash target. So what are we targeting? We want to target the element with the ID of content. So right now, if you are to refresh the browser, this browser, and click, there is nothing happening. Oh, this is the old one, sorry. So if you are to refresh this and click this, there is nothing happening. So what we need to do is initialize this clipboard plugin. What we are going to do is come here and we say new clipboard. The letters is in uppercase. New clipboard, then JS, and we want to target the element with the class of btn. So you can put any class on your button and target it this side. So let's refresh, save and refresh this page. So when we copy this, our code should be highlighted, meaning our copying function has worked. So if I go to a new file and right click, paste, as you can see now, we are getting the code. No, is this the code? Yeah, it's the code, sorry. So as you can see, our functionality is now working, our copying functionality. So what I'm going to be showing you is displaying some feedback to the user that it has been copied successfully. And if you are to go to their home page or official page, they are showing you the different ways on how you can work with this plugin. Here they are showing you the different events we have on success and on error. So in case anything happens when the user is copying, they display some feedback to the user. So what you're going to do here in our simple project, copying.html, we are going to assign this to a variable. So variable var clipboard, and we assign it to that. So we can use the same statement here. We say clipboard dot on success. So in success, we want to call back this function. We want to put a toast. So this is some materialize functionality of a toast. We say HTML and we say copied successfully. Let's save this and preview it in the browser. When we click this, we get this copied successfully. That means our function is now working. But we may also need when the user maybe bumps into an error. So as you can see here on their official page, they also show you on how to deal with an error. So we shall just again write this where we, so we should also come outside here and we say clipboard. We say clipboard dot on. So on error, in case we bump into an error when we are copying, then we should display this to the user. Still it will be a toast. We do m.toast. It's a function with an object full of options. So we put action failed. So in case it is to bump into an error, if you have to refresh this, but right now we are not going to get an error because it is faster. Whoa, what have I done wrong here? Let me follow their rules. Nothing wrong. On error, copy, it's successful. You save that. Let's refresh the page. I guess we should first get rid of this for now because it's breaking everything, I guess. Yeah, right now it's working, but I'll get a way of working with that very, very soon. So for the first example you saw, it was green in color. So we can come here and add another option called classes. So this is all materialized. And we can say green, save and reload. So this page, when you click here, it will be green color. We can make it rounded if you want. You can say, come here and say rounded, refresh, click here, it's rounded. Very, very simple. So you are giving feedback to the user in case something happens. So that's it, guys. In case you are also wondering how I put this emoji here, I'm using this text editor called Carrot, and I'm on a Chromebook, so I will just right click emoji and insert any emoji I want. So there is no code behind that. Come back to this, refresh, and we're having that code. So guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it on different social medias, and I'll be seeing you in the next tutorials. Peace. Oh guys, before you go, remember on the error function that nothing was running. The reason why it was not running, I placed here some semicolon. So when I leave it here and we go back, let me first open the console so that you can see what was happening in the background. They were telling us unexpected token. So it was this semicolon that was causing that. So programming is very, very funny. Semicolon running all the code. So when we click this, our copied successfully function will still run, as we also have the error in case it fails. You can also add classes to it. For the error, as always, we just put a comma. For the error, it always be red. So in case any error happens and the user tries to click this button, he or she should get some red error, some error like cop function action like what error did we put? Copy action failed when it's red in color and rounded. So guys, that's it for this tutorial. Subscribe to the channel, like the video once again in case you're new to the channel. Peace.